I'm coming to you from Palm Canyon in Arizona. This is right by Kofa National Wildlife, south of Quartzite. And this is a great little trail if you're looking to do some kind of like off-roading. This just takes off into the mountains and it goes like straight up. I mean, it just meanders through the mountains like that. And I am just north of, what is this? Palm Canyon, okay? If I turn the camera around here, I'm looking south. This is right by Yuma Proving Grounds. But there's like all kinds of folks camping down this road. And it goes all the way up into these mountains here. And that's where tons of people camp all the time. And I thought on this windy day, what better way to enjoy it? Because it's like it's about 60 degrees out, maybe 65. And I was just doing some trail riding on the KLR today. And I was going back up into these mountains because it's really cool up there. They just kind of take off up in the middle of nowhere. I mean, look at this. I thought I'd stop back here and take a good video of this because once you get too close to this, it's hard to even realize how big this really is. Because this goes for like miles and miles. It's probably at least 20 miles to get to the other side of this. There's like utility roads that go through there. This is like gas pipeline roads and electrical wire roads that like, they'll take you straight shots through there. But some of these other ones, this Kofa Queen Canyon Road. This is, I mean, if you can find it on the map, this is a fantastic, I think it's mainly an overlooked road where people don't come and bring their campers because I've only seen like maybe 4 people camping out here. And it's surprising how far you can go out. Like some of these people are way, way far out there. And I just passed some lady walking in the middle of nowhere. And she was at least 5 miles from her camper, I would say, at least. But I mean, some people are just like health nuts. And then sometimes you see, like yesterday, I saw some dude in the middle of freaking nowhere. And he didn't look like a health nut at all. He looked kind of like a meth head, maybe. But I didn't stop and say hello or anything. It's just some people, you never know what you're going to run into when you're out in the middle of the desert. So anyways, okay, I'm going to go do a little more riding. I'm going to check out the rest of this little road here before I get too close into these big mountainous areas because it's really cool. Some of the things you see over here, I don't know, I'm going to try and make it up to Skull Rock. It's like a huge rock and it looks like a skeleton head, so that would be kind of neat if it doesn't get too bad because I'm not really running my off-road tires. I still got these lousy street tires on here, so I mean, they're okay. What are these things? These are the Trailmaster Shinkos 705s. And they're okay. I've got like probably 10,000 on these things. They're not too bad. But anyways, about my tire talk here. So far the bike is holding up great. Haven't had any problems. I haven't dumped it in a long time. So that's always good too. So I hope you guys had a great New Year's and everything else. It was pretty quiet for me. I got a new transmission put in my truck. As soon as I got to Quartzite, I blew my transmission out of my truck. So as soon as I pulled into where my camping spot was, which was absolutely good luck. So I got a tow truck to bring it down to Yuma, about an hour south of here. And they threw a new transmission in it, extra heavy duty with billet, all kinds of stuff. I made sure they put all name brand parts on it. It comes with a warranty and a t-shirt actually. Okie dokie, I'm gonna keep heading up the road here. I'm gonna turn on my GoPro this time. Brought my GoPro this time, so all right, I'm gonna start ripping up the road and see what I can see. I found some cool stuff. I don't know how cool it is, but I'll turn the camera around and show you what I stumbled upon. It's just this little dugout spot. I noticed it's got like An old leaf spring, some old cans. I don't even know. I can't really read that can. I threw some dust on it, but I still can't read it. And you got your old wash bin. And what else? Oh yeah, your jars. Found a couple of these old-timey jars. That's pretty cool. You don't see those every day that aren't broken or shattered. So, all right, that's about the cool things I saw in this little section. I'm gonna keep on moseying down the mountain. All right, guys, here I am taking a walk. I'm just out hiking around in the desert here. And sometimes you're gonna find like a big 10-foot hole that like across. Okay, this thing would easily swallow probably a car. And in the area where I'm at, they're all over the place. Check this out. This thing goes down quite a ways. Here, I'm gonna throw a little rock down there. That's not too deep, but deep enough where you wouldn't want to trip and fall, because there's like, gosh, I already passed like probably 10 or 12 of these things. But there's another one like right over here too. So just a little PSA, when you're out in the middle of the desert, that thing goes quite a ways down. It's pretty steep. These are the things that people dug, at least I think in 1925 is when the last people used to dig out here. But yeah, they just left these open pits, or they call them adits. This is how they leave it. Just be careful. If you're out hiking around in the desert, you always got to look down anyways for rattlesnakes, so look down for a big 10-foot wide hole. I just saw there's a whole bunch of like copper ore kind of sticking out the side here, so I just thought, why not stop up here? I actually did find a couple of gemstones when I was up here, kind of semi-precious. They're not like rubies and diamonds or anything like that, but like one of them, it looks like it's been cut almost. I don't know if this camera is gonna like show how well. I mean, sometimes it just comes out of the ground like that. It's like, so other than walking around aimlessly up in the hills looking for gold, I'm always looking, keeping an eye out at least for like just shiny, semi-precious gems, or you never know what you're gonna find. I think one guy found like a citron or something like that. Those are worth a little bit, but they pay you by the carat if you bring it into any of these places. So something to consider if you're out walking around. Just keep an eye out for different kinds of stones. All right, I'm gonna keep heading down the road and see what else I can see. I want to make it to a couple more of these mines. There's like a whole bunch of these huge pits in the ground, like about a half mile up the road. So I parked as close as I could, technically, and I still have to walk easily, probably a mile or two to get some of these. So it's only about a mile or two north of Pipeline Road. If you can see way out there, there's like power lines out there. So that's kind of where I parked, way out that way, and I walked in. And I still have to go all the way back there when I'm done. All right, here's another little mine. It's not even really a mine. It's just a little kind of test area right behind here. I was kind of looking for a spot in the shade because the sun is getting pretty hot. And I thought this was kind of a cooler spot in more ways than one. But yeah, you can kind of see what these guys were looking for. They had these, they're chasing these, look at all this quartz. There's quartz all over the place. And they were kind of chasing just this one piece that's like, I don't know, maybe like 8 inches across or something like that. I've seen some of these veins that were like probably almost 5 feet across. I mean, some of these get really big when it's just solid quartz running through the mountains. So that's what the old timers were looking for. And yeah, it's a pretty cool spot. Check this out. It kind of just overlooks the hills here. As you walk out of this fully overgrown area here, this is one of those no-name mines. There wasn't really a whole lot around here, but there's a whole bunch of mines and adits around here. And yeah, there it is, just kind of stuck in the side of the hill there. All right, here we got 2 of the Hercules planes flying over. Thought that was pretty cool. I thought that was pretty cool. You don't see those all the time, but in Yuma testing grounds, they do a lot of like payload testing for the U.S. Army, and they also do payload testing for like international places too. And there's lots of large landing strips back there where they just like roll stuff off the back of the planes and test it out for other people. So I thought that was pretty cool. You see those quite often when you're north of Yuma or south of Quartzite. They're always flying around in the mountains pretty low. So, all right, I'm just gonna keep walking around, check out, and see what I can see. All right, now it's a little later at night, and I got a couple of fox here. Eating up a couple of my scraps I threw out. I had some chicken and some old cheese that was kind of rotten, so thought I'd throw it out for these little desert fox. They only weigh about, I think, 4 pounds, and they can run over 30 miles an hour. They're about the same size as a cat, but a lot skinnier. But yeah, there's a whole bunch of them. I can see some eyeballs way out there, kind of glimmering. But yeah, these things are pretty cool. They're really quiet. Sometimes they kind of spar with each other. There's like 3 or 4 of them out here right now. So this is just one of them. And they kind of come back every once in a while. Oh yeah, I see some more eyeballs coming. Here comes his buddy. But yeah, these things are pretty cool. I just sit out here and watch these things. These things are out as soon as the sun goes down, and they're out running around until the sun comes up in the morning. And they're just fun to watch. You can come outside at any time of the night, and these guys will be running around all over the place in the desert. I thought that was pretty cool. I'll throw on a few more extra minutes of this without me talking. You can watch them interact with each other. They seem pretty tame though. I mean, for the most part. I don't know if I'd want to like housebreak any of these, but they come right up to me. I mean, this guy's like probably 5 feet in front of me. Oh yeah, here's his buddy. Whoa, check out this airplane. Dude, how often do you see that? That's cool. He almost touched down right next to my truck. All right, I'm not sure if this airplane's gonna land right behind me, but he's been doing some low passes right in front of my camper, so I'm gonna do a little close-up again. Look how close he is to my camper. He's coming in right for me. Dude. Pretty sweet. How often do you see that? That's like the 3rd time he's done that, like really low. But Yeah, that's pretty neat. How often do you see that? Down here in Quartzite, Arizona. All right, now I'm back. I was taking a little road trip. I think I'm in Irrington, Arizona. This is right on Interstate 10, right behind me. And the Colorado River is right behind me here. It's a beautiful area. It's a little trashed, I'll say that much. If you go south on this little road here, it's called Oxbow Road, and it turns into Levy Road, which heads to Yuma. But this is a great area. You got the little pipeline here. Check this pipeline out. This is the, oops, if my phone will focus. This whole big area. This is how they transfer the gas across the river. You got a whole bunch of like graffiti all over the place. This is also a place where you might leave like an abandoned camper. I noticed as I was rolling in here, there's like a camper over there that's like totally stripped down. And I guess you can just leave stuff anywhere in the desert and somebody will take care of it. At least part of it, whatever they need. They'll take care of whatever they need. So anyways, I'm gonna head down this little Oxbow Road. This is a great road, actually. I went kind of down it just a little bit, and I had like these fighter jets. There was 2 fighter jets doing like practice missions, but they were doing like literally, they were right over my head. It's near a military base. It's right outside of Yuma Proving Ground. So if you ever want to take your camper, take it down Oxbow Road, and it follows the Colorado River for quite a while. Wow, I wish I could have got my phone out faster. I'm right outside a Yuma Proving Range, so you get all kinds of these test planes. They're testing out all kinds of these planes. So yesterday I saw a couple fighter jets flying right over my head, and today I see some of those flying over. You're probably going to have a whole bunch of military flyovers almost on a daily basis, I would say, because they're always flying stuff and just testing out the abilities of the airplanes and everything else. Oh yeah, hey, check this out. Got some deer prints down here. Got one right there. Got another one right there. So apparently there's a few desert deer in this area also. That's kind of surprising to see. But anyways, all right, I'm gonna keep heading down the road and see what else I can see. The water looks amazing right here. They got a lot of openings here where you can just pull over. Check out this beautiful Colorado River. And across the way, they are growing, it looks like bales of hay or alfalfa or something like that. And I've also seen cotton fields too. So they do grow like a whole bunch of stuff out here, all kinds of, who knows if it's really American farmers. All right, so I'm a little further down on Oxbow Road, and it leads you to, it's still right alongside the Colorado River here, and it leads you to this large flat spot where you can go camping. It's just a big wash, and it goes way up this way into a huge wash. And you can go, it looks like it goes pretty far, and up to the military base most likely. But I mean, check out this view. You can see almost a full mile, like all the way straight into just a big straightaway. It's probably about 200 feet across or something like that. But I mean, it goes, you can see forever on this big flat spot. And there's like 2 fire rings already built here. And people are leaving their wooden corner cabinets for other people to burn, I guess. But yeah, it's not bad. It's beautiful. And look at this water. I mean, the rocks that are in the water are just beautiful. And you got enough current here where you could probably set up like a gold sluice and just go looking for some gold. But I thought that was pretty cool. How often do you see a current just ripping through here and it's only like 4 inches deep? So I'm gonna definitely come back here probably with a gold sluice and check out some of this. and see what else I can get into. But yeah, I just wanted to stop and just check out some of these camping areas that are on Oxbow Road, just south of 10 on the Colorado River. And this is just beautiful. So anyways, okay, I'm gonna keep heading down the road and check out what else I can find.